The music, top tier.
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mama and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mint twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell him take doctor in the morning. I'ma tell him take 2 and tell him take 2 in the morning.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from level1gaming.com. Congratulations, you guys are leveled up to 23. This is the Take 2 podcast. Listen, I know I'm like hella bright right now, and I'm going to fix that as we get going. You guys are seeing the redness in my beard and all that jazz. I'm going to fix the lighting issues. Hey, this has been a weird week for the fact that for the first time, I don't know how long, we didn't have the shows throughout the week. This is the first show of the week on the channel. As you guys know, we go 6 days a week. So before I get into a ramble, I'm going to introduce my co-host, my sister, Flo Hugger. What's going on, sis?
Not much, Fame. I'm glad to be back. Like Fame said, this is the first show of the week. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. And it's been busy, but also dull and full of excitement. I mean, if you saw today on the Level 1 Twitter, we got big guests coming up next week. Some familiar faces are returning, but we got a big guest, and I'm super excited for that. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Fame and I just being two nerds talking about things we didn't get to talk about yesterday.
Yes. So, as Hugger just said, and as you guys seen on Twitter, next Wednesday for the Double XP podcast, which we do every Wednesday, 7 p.m. CST, we will have on Jeff Grubb, Rand Althor, and Lord Cognito from the Iron Lords podcast. It's going to be an incredible day. Listen, before we get into the topics, Mondays, 15 minutes of fame. Tuesday, Cogs in the Machine. Wednesday, WSP podcast. Of course, today is Thursday. It's the Take 2 podcast. Friday is Peep Game. Saturday is Ready Press Play. And on Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. We rest. Go check out the homies at the Iron Lords podcast, okay? But today we will be talking some PlayStation titles possibly coming to mobile. We already talked about for the longest time about these games coming to PC, now possibly mobile. And Epic is losing a crap ton of money, but they're cool with it. They're okay with it. We're losing a lot of money, and we're cool with it.
Yeah.
Which one you want to go first? Which one you want to hit first? Is Epic or Sony? Which, ironically enough, Sony just like put in like an extra $200 million like investment into Epic recently, which is kind of further bonds and puts them two together. I'm not sure what's going to come of this. What's of this relationship between the two. Maybe we'll start to see
exclusives.
Maybe at some point we start seeing some type of time exclusive deals. Maybe these PlayStation games, instead of going to Steam like Days Gone did today and like Horizon Zero Dawn, maybe Sony will start to say, hey, we'll put it somewhere. We'll put it on the Epic Game Store, right? So starting with Epic, so we're hearing that they're going to lose over $300 million on Epic Game Store exclusives. Now, what's one of the things that gamers, I know a lot of people who will ride and die for Steam. I'm talking ride or die for Steam. Like, they only want to use Steam at all times, whenever possible. We're upset because every time a game, not every game, right? But I'm over-exaggerating. But a lot of games that will come out, Borderlands 3 and some other titles that will come, they will be exclusive to the Epic Game Store. Not only is Epic doing that, but each month they're giving away 1 to 2 games for free. And then they have sometimes where they're just giving them out every week. It's just boom, boom, boom. Free games. Like no subscription that you needed, like i.e. Xbox Game with Gold, which is poo-poo. I'm sorry. Games with Gold needs to die. It needs to die. It's over. Or PlayStation Plus, which PlayStation Plus.
I mean,
The games as of late. I mean, Final Fantasy
yeah,
7. I mean, there's been some really, really.
that's true.
Hug is against this. She's like, She's like, nah, no.
Well, I don't. I've made it very clear before that. What's up, Flameser? I don't like Epic because you can't come onto the platform being less than the service you're trying to compete with. Like
Mm-hmm.
you still don't. If you buy a game on Epic, you still have to put it in the cart one by one, which isn't bad. But when they have their sales events and you're buying like 10 games, if you want to buy 10 games, you got to buy them one by one. That's frustrating. And the fact that Epic has a lot of backing by Tencent. You guys know my problems with Tencent. There's no way to avoid Tencent at this point. I'm not surprised that they're losing money because there is still the people. Like, I'll go and get their free games. I don't care. Like, give me a free game. I'm just not gonna spend my money at the store. I'm one of those people, which they're hoping that eventually I'll turn into a paying customer, but that probably like never happened. There's
Nope.
no game good enough for me to buy it day one because, like Citizen Snips would say, by the time I get to it, it doesn't even matter if I bought it day one because it's probably 6 months, a year down the road. So I could have just waited till it's on another service.
So
I just don't like Epic.
here's some. So the 300 million from what we're seeing was what's going forward, but in 2020 alone, we're seeing that they spent over 400 million on deals. Mind you, Epic can just shovel the money from kids buying V-Bucks.
V-Bucks.
That Fortnite money
Yep.
is real. If there's
Yep.
one thing about Fortnite, is it's generating revenue. I know this for a fact because every time my son gets some money, Dad, get me a GameStop. I need V-Bucks. Like every time, bro. Like his birthday come, V-Bucks. Christmas come, he got some money, V-Bucks. Like that's all he want to do is buy V-Bucks. So they're just shoveling that money into Epic, right?
Yep.
And Epic is saying that players spent $700 million on the Epic Store in 2020. So people are spending the money. You know, now I think they have achievements now. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can get achievements on the Epic Games Store now. Yeah, I rarely play anything on the last game I played on was it was a Dauntless launcher for me. Like that's what I used it for was Dauntless, and
Honestly, yeah.
that's it. Even now I'm switching over to console for that, but $700 million was spent, so people are buying, people are spending money, and I guess their assumption possibly is working toward they're saying, hey, if we, because remember as well, they'll have random deals a lot of times. They'll say, hey, $10 off of a bunch of games in the store. So they figure, hey, if you get $10 in Epic credit, what you gonna do? You're gonna buy a game, and then that leads you to another game, and then you're like, oh snap, I already got games in this library. I have to come over here for it anyway. So why not buy some more?
Yeah. And Epic, since they don't develop games, or not that I know of, they're just a publisher or even a store, they really inherently lose no money. They're only gaining money. And every game that they sign is gaining the money. So it's not a sunk cost fallacy. It is they are making money no matter how much they may lose kind of deal, which if it works for them, it works for them, man. They got to clean up that store and make it better.
What are your issues with the store?
Like I said, if you want to buy a game, you have to buy it one by one. They do give away some pretty good free games. They gave away GTA, and that crashed Epic for a bit. They gave away Alan Wake. Like they gave away a whole bunch of cool indie games, and that's why I'm still using it. And for Dauntless, but there's something so inherently scummy about the way they just toss money around.
And of course,
that kind of just like
we still kind of hate Epic for what they did to the MOBA.
Oh yeah, Paragon. Man, they're never gonna get it.
There's still some hate towards Epic for Paragon, and I just think it's weird. And this is no hate, towards Epic or anything like that. But remember when Tim Sweeney was coming out and saying how Microsoft was like super anti-consumer, and what the Windows Store was doing was trying to monopolize PC gaming. That PC gaming should be this and should be that, just to in turn go and try to buy up every possible exclusive you can for your store so that it doesn't go to Steam. And that's why I will forever always hesitate when I hear Tim Sweeney say it, because I'm like, dude, this is the same guy that hated Microsoft just to turn around and do the same thing that they accused Microsoft of doing. Thought it was super weird, but that's the conversation I don't think people. That's the conversation I don't think people are ready to have with good old Tim.
I mean, if you want to support Epic, support Epic.
Definitely.
Just know that they do some shady things, like every single video game company out there. It's just personal opinions. If I will shout out a company that if you want to have some good sales and you want to support an even better cause, and I've talked about them before, Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle, they give their money to charity. They have a subscription service for you get like 4 or 5 games every month, and it's $12 a year or $12 a month, and it gives you access to all the packages. And they also have sales on all. I think there's a sale on like 80% off franchise kind of games right now. So support who you want to support. We're just here to report on
definitely,
business.
definitely.
Epic is.
I would never tell someone don't support. You know, it's your money. You know, you use it how you see fit. I personally have no issues with the Epic store because I don't use it. When Hugger tells me, hey, such and such is free, I'll go over there and it'll tell me I need to re-verify myself because it's been forever since I logged in. I'll log in and I'll download my game or claim it. Won't even download it. I'll claim it, and then I'll walk away. And whenever I decide to play it, I will.
That's the best part I will say about Epic is they actually, because Origin was doing that for a very long time. They were giving away free games, but then the quality, I think the last game they gave away was like Plants vs. Zombies or something. But Epic has consistently been good. If you like indie games, there's tons of indie games. If you like AAA, like I said, they gave away GTA 5. That almost broke Epic. But man, that's actually, it's funny. They gave away GTA 5, and then the week later is when we went into lockdowns. So GTA 5 is the source of all our issues.
Now that I think about it, I because I've been logged into the level 1 Twitch on my PC, I haven't even downloaded the Twitch. The Twitch is / Amazon. They're still giving away games monthly, correct?
Yes, Amazon. Amazon gives their they usually own games.
like.
Well, there's some. Swim Sanity was on there.
Yeah, but it wasn't a full version. It was like like
couch co-op.
Yeah, like you couldn't play online with it. So I was like, there's no point in me playing that. Like I'm gonna play Swim Sanity. I want to play it online with friends. Ain't nobody coming over in my desk.
Definitely give away more indie games, but they do have like the full SNK, King of Fighters, and all that Metal Slug library. So can't go wrong with the oldies.
Yo, shout out to the chat. Winter Soldier. Everything's going about how you would expect for it to go. I appreciate you guys with all the well wishes.
You can't taste anything.
I didn't think that Big Roro was coming back to my house, but she did. She did. Pope
Hey,
Art.
Pop Art.
Listen.
Pope, not Pop.
Listen. I love Pope, right? And I'm going to post it again on Twitter. He made that level 1 gaming themed Series X, and I would sacrifice my left pinky toe and my right big toe to make that console a thing. I would sacrifice both. Or I would let me keep my pinky and big toe on both sides, because that's how you keep your balance. And I would sacrifice all the toes in between to make that level 1 Series X a real thing. I'm just saying. I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
I hate that visual you put in my head.
Listen, as long as you got these two on your feet, you got balance. It'll keep me upright. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Pope Art.
True.
Dude is absolutely amazing. I love, because I've been around following him forever. Especially back when, well, he hasn't been Pope Art long. He was Xbox Pope. And to see someone who was genuinely a good person make the strides that he's made and gotten the recognition he's gotten and being able to get the opportunities he's gotten, that's the type of inspiration that I'll look toward. Like, I see stuff like that Pope is doing. I'm just like, okay, now I want to work 10 times harder, because look what this man did. You know, he fell in love with his craft and he shared his craft out to the world and people appreciated it, right? Um, that's the type of stuff I love. I know we're going off topic, but I did want to give a shout out to Pope Art, man, because everything
Yeah,
that he does, I see it and I fall in love with it. I want to tweet it out, shout out to the world because this man,
it's
he's
talent.
yes, he's extremely talented and
I
he's
mean,
making it.
if you go on his website right now, his Cyberpunk skin for the PS5 and Xbox is better than the Cyberpunk
Oh
console. I
yeah,
mean, we know that, but like all his skins, go check out his. We'll
yes.
we'll put his stuff in the description after the show. But like reasonably priced and talented, man. This guy, oh, I
And
just
then
wanna.
correct me if
Mwah.
I'm wrong, Pope. Your that Outriders controller that's you, right? That was your concept because that Outriders controller is noise. I saw someone in the I think it was in the UK, ended up winning the competition. You and people can fly Square Enix had. That was such a beautiful controller, man. I may have to find that guy in the UK and go to this house with some Black Forces on and
I
take
mean,
his controller.
you know what I would like if he were to do a special Sea of Thieves controller, because that stuff is $800 here in Canada, and I don't know about you,
I love the
I
Sea
don't
of
have
Thieves
enough
controller.
toes.
Hey, listen. Yes, I've been working with Square Enix. He said even Cyberpunk told me that hey, it's incredible work, man. It's
Hmm.
incredible work, man. And like I was saying, I know we went way off topic, but I had to shout you out just because you do incredible
Yeah,
stuff. And you said the US. Oh, that's awesome, man. Please go follow Pope Art if you haven't. Get this man to 1 million followers. And I need Twitter
please.
to verify this man. That
Right?
needs to happen next. He needs his verification badge. He needs to make it happen.
Please.
We're gonna make it happen. Hashtag verify Pope Art.
Winter Soldier, a shoulder. I can't read today. Mind you, when could I ever read?
Well, and it's been a while since we podcasted.
It's, I mean, Tuesday is when Trevor and I sit for like 5 hours and go over everything, and we didn't do last night. So I'm like, oof,
It, it's
all over
it's
the place.
it's definitely been a while. But listen, I do want to shift gears just a tad bit and talk about this PlayStation news. Apparently, they are hiring or looking to hire a head of mobile. There was a listing, and I'm going to read the listing out to you guys. It says, as head of mobile, you will own and develop the mobile game strategy for PlayStation Studios and help build a foundation for future growth opportunities. You will lead all aspects of the expansion of our game development from consoles and PC to mobile and live services with a focus on successfully adapting PlayStation's most popular franchises for mobile. When you wrap that all up, what does it mean?
It means
The God
that
of Wars, the Spider-Mans.
I don't think it's gonna be a full like one-to-one mobile. I think it'll be kind of like what EA has been doing, where Assassin's Creed has its own little like builder. Dragon Age has Dragon Age Legends, which is a blatant Raid Shadow Legends kind of clone. I think it'll be kind of something like that, or it'll be like Ubisoft, the one where they had the sports games, where they had like Alex Morgan, and then they had Sam Fisher in there. I don't think it'll be like a full-on
Oh well, then that's
gaming experience.
then I'm that sucks. Like
Yeah,
I was just hoping you can kind of do what you can do with Xbox right now. I can play games on the Xbox. I'm sorry, on my phone. A lot of games have touch controls now. That's what I was thinking. But now what you're saying makes more sense. I'm looking at a different light now. You're
yeah,
looking at maybe what was that? Hitman Go, Lara Croft
yep,
Go.
yep.
I'm sorry, I have no interest in those type of mobile games. Like I don't care if it was God of War, Ragnarok, Go. I'm not playing it, Bucko. I got no interest.
Yes.
As much as
You
Aloy is
know.
Bayloy, I refuse to play
Mhm.
her like that. She deserves to be on greatness. She deserves to be on console or PC. That's how I will entertain myself with her.
I
Pause.
mean, I no pause.
No
Baloy,
pause. Yeah, you're right. No pause. Straight at it.
I have the Lara Croft Go game, and I refuse to play it for the same reason. I'm like, no, I respect Lara too much to put her through the mobile shenanigans. Although some of the mobile games for Lara, because she is an older franchise, are not bad, but it's just like I don't want to see a Nathan Drake temple run. I don't want to see Subway Surfer with Baloy. Like the mobile games definitely have gotten better, And I wouldn't even mind the Assassin's Creed. I can't even remember. I have it on my phone, but the AC Assassin's Creed game, whatever it's called, it's you build your brotherhood up and you go through missions. I wouldn't even mind something like that because it fills in kind of like the backstory of some of the brotherhoods and all that. That's not bad.
See,
But I know Sony isn't going to invest in something like that.
the issue with Sony doing something like that is that by comparison to your competition, you look terrible. Which is why I had the mindset of the just like it would on console, because that's what Microsoft is doing. You can't tell me that
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft can allow me to play Halo 5 mobile while Sony is letting me play Hitman Go. Like, no. Like, I think it's a major L if they're looking to make some mobile games. Like, you can make one or two. You can make the mobile game here and there, but you're gonna, if you really want to get to the mobile game, you want people to say, "Hey, I'll be a PlayStation Now subscriber, so that I can play God of War Ragnarok on my phone." Whatever the case may be, I think you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot if it's just the Laura Croft goals, Tomb Raider goals of the world. Like, you have to bring, even if they're older titles, like they're doing right now with PC and PS4. Days Gone,
Mm-hmm.
Horizon Zero Dawn. We know we know that the God of Wars and stuff are coming to
Mm-hmm.
PC. Even though someone says, "Oh, show me where it says that, Fame." Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Just listen to me. What
Don't
I'm
be that
saying,
person.
it's coming. You don't want to. Do you want to eat a hat? If you don't want to eat a hat, listen to what I'm saying. These PS4 games, the God of Wars, the Ghost of Tsushima, all these games are coming to PC. If you don't believe me, and you want to make a bet, I'll make any bet you want. But letting you know that my bet is going to require you to eat a hat dry on camera, live on YouTube. I'm just putting that out there.
And they'll be better for it when they come on PC. Like, there's a lot of issues in some games that PC fixes and smooths over. There's mods you can put in. I think one of the funniest mods and one of the most recent mods I put in was Resident Evil 7, when somebody put the Bernie with him sitting in his
Oh, that was
hands as a
hilarious.
Jack.
Yes.
Bruh.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
I
yes.
I love stuff like that. Mods keep games alive. I mean, mods have kept Death Stranding interesting. Mods have kept Skyrim interesting.
You know, I think the cool thing
Skyrim's
about
never
this
gonna
is,
die.
about these games coming to mobile, or Sony dipping into mobile, is that the tribalism, to say, of the console fight is becoming more and more irrelevant. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I got these games exclusive to my console. I'm like, yeah, I can play that exact same game on my Samsung S21 Ultra without your console.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's gonna get a lot quiet when it comes to these console war things, because it seems like if Microsoft is putting something out, it's also mobile. It's Xbox, mobile, PC, and Sony might be going the same route with PlayStation, mobile, and PC. So now everyone's gonna be, well, it's console exclusive. that's
Yeah.
that's the next version of the console war, is console exclusivity, because people are gonna be able
Yeah.
to play it on PC and mobile. Meanwhile, Nintendo was like, no. If you even think about making one of our IPs outside of our hardware, we will shut you down and sue you without hesitation.
Yeah. But didn't technically PlayStation lead the forefront of the mobile gaming with the Vita could be remote play?
Yeah, you can remote play with your Vita. Can you do it with your phone? Someone tell me. I never use remote play. Can you remote play from your PlayStation to your phone, like via remote
No,
play?
you can use it as a controller or to type. That's what I know so far. Because I only use it like when I'm typing out messages because going through the controller takes too long.
Pope Art, thank you for coming,
Thanks. Thanks.
Brew brother. Can't thank
Blah, blah, blah.
thank you for coming through, brother. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming through and showing us. I am tongue twisted. Hey, you guys can do us a favor
Sarange.
and hit that like button. Man, it helps us out so much, as we are a new channel that is growing. Doing shows 6 days a week. All we want is an opportunity to entertain, baby. That's all. An opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to entertain. Listen,
Hold on, before we go, the one thing that has been annoying me with this mobile announcement with Sony is there was a I don't think the game needs it, but there was a Last of Us 2 remake announcement, or not announcement, rumors that got shut down. Uh, Another game, the devs officially came out. they wanted a sequel, and Sony said no
Days Gone.
because they wanted Days Gone, yeah, to push for the mobile stuff. It's like I that's where you kind of lose me. And the fact that they're already shutting down the PlayStation 3 stores and you can't get patches
I
anymore.
wish
It's
I would
like,
have bought more PlayStation. I should have bought the PlayStation 3 physical games because those prices are through the roof now. I don't know what I was thinking, not running to the store and buying up every physical PlayStation 3 game I could.
go to EB or what do you guys? GameStop. You know they got that giant ass bin of
But
like 5 for
this is
10.
this is why physical is king. But even though we heard now that PS4 has that battery in it, that if it dies, then the console still works, but it won't play none of your games, even if it's physical. Even if you physically own the game, and Sony decided to hold out on that information until after the life cycle was over, and somebody had to go in and prove that
Anybody
it
with
was true. Whack.
anybody that has knowledge of PCs would know that it's a motherboard. It has a CMOS battery. Once the CMOS battery runs out, it's going to wipe everything.
Whack.
Because old PCs, even PCs, if you look at your motherboard now, it has a little nickel cadmium battery in there, and it's
Physical
that's what
media will
happened.
always be king to me.
Speaking of physical, where's your Scott Pilgrim?
Listen, bro, you know how limited games work. Like they're like, hey, just like with Switch Rage, hey, come by from Limited Run. You're like, all right, bet. And then they're like, all right, we'll give it to you in about 7 months when it's ready. And I'm like, excuse me? Like the wave is over. Like ain't nobody, but I'm still gonna play it when it comes. Like, but the wave is over. Like Limited Runs gotta get together, bro. Like
play it.
they want to make every single copy first, and then they ship it out.
Yep.
Like, no, bro, make mine to now. Like, put mine together
Yep.
now, and then send me mine. I don't care if or when Billy gets his. Where's Fangs? I've been paid for mine. I'm a returning loyal customer. F Billy and his version of the game. He ain't been waiting a long time. He didn't have it on 360, and the 360 copy got wiped away when they took it down, delisted it. Then he made a website called level1gamer.com and wrote an article about it's coming back and how no one believed him. And then it came back and nobody gave me credit for being the one telling you that it was coming back. Yeah, that was me. I did that.
Billy probably bought the collector's edition that was like $200.
Billy gonna catch these hands. I'm just saying. Before we go,
Just
Hugger.
like you gonna catch these hands if you don't ship out that Funko. Okay.
Yes, I deserve to be punished.
It's okay. You know what? I'll give you credit because this week, not the week to do anything.
No. But listen. There's only 2 episodes left of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Have you even watched one episode yet?
No. I'm bad, I know. Have you watched the making of WandaVision yet?
Well, that was level 23 of the Take Two podcast. No, I haven't. But to be fair, the Winter Soldier is currently ongoing at the moment. And it's so good. Listen to me as I say this, because it's better than WandaVision.
And my heart hurts that because I just love Wanda so much.
And I loved WandaVision. Loved it. But the Falcon and Winter Soldier is a better show. It is, I'm super excited for Loki. I'm a
that
Loki
trailer took a left turn. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a big time Loki fan. But listen, the Winter Soldier hit different. Really, and it's really because they are tackling some real world issues inside of the MCU for the first time ever. Like this whole thing is based on some real life stuff happening right now. If you look at what's going on with John and the people that surrounding around John and the people that propped him up, the people around him, go watch Captain and Winter Soldier. Trust me. Listen.
But it didn't give us Vision.
It didn't give us Vision, but the Falcon is getting his shine, and I'm happy about that. The Falcon, he's the Falcon now.
Time.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
He can have if the Surge can have the in front of it. He can have the
Surge, the game.
Surge, yeah, it's the Surge and the Surge.
Quit lying.
Nah.
Well, either way, that game is trash, and I got it for free on a glitch. it glitched, the Ultimate Edition or whatever glitched on PlayStation, and I got it, and I played like 5 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, no one told me this was a Souls. Like, this is trash. And
the second one is better, I will say. That's one of the rare times that the second game is better than the first.
I'm just saying. Listen, you guys hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button helps us out a lot. Remember, next Wednesday, Double XP Podcast, we will have on Jeff Grubb, Randall Thor, Lil Cognito. People on Twitter are saying this is an all-star cast that we've managed to put together. And listen, I tell people all the time, I'm talentless, baby. The one talent I do have is for some reason, I can get people together in a room. So I'm super excited about the people I'm able to get together in this room next Wednesday, 7 p.m. CST. So do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. You guys are not going to miss that episode. Every Monday, starting next week, we'll be back in motion, 15 minutes of fame. Tuesday, Cogs in the Machine. Wednesday, Double XP Podcast. Thursday, like today, Take Two. Friday, Peep Games. Saturday, Ready Press Play. And on Sunday, we rest. It's the Lord's Day. Anything before we get out of here, sis?
If you guys want to support Level 1, also, and you have some free time after this, Baron is streaming the Resident Evil reveal that's going on right now. So if you're free and you want to tune into that, it's BaronJ67 at Twitch, whatever the Twitch stuff is.
And we will be hosting
we will see you
as well.
Yeah. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Peep Games. If not, we'll see you Wednesday, and you better show up with, your snacks because it's going to be long. That's what she said. And I hope you guys enjoy what we got to talk about there. But I'll see you guys next week.
Listen, we got one of the hottest intros and outros on YouTube. We're going to play it one more time before we get up out of here, guys. So we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Annyeong.
The music, hot too.
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mama and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what it happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell them take doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and tell them take 2 in the morning.